Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. Please subscribe and keep watching more details. The bold and the beautiful spoilers. Brooke's mistake. Hope catches Carter's ultimate betrayal. The bold and the beautiful spoilers reveal that Hope Logan, Annika Noel, is going to have to come out with her romance. Hope needs to explain that she was dressed in lingerie for Carter Walton, Lawrence St. Victor, not John Finnegan, Tanner Novlin. Steffi will probably cancel Hope's line, but there could be other consequences. Recently, Carter shared a nice moment with Brooke Logan, Catherine Kelly Lang. Honestly, there seemed to be more chemistry between Carter and Brooke than with Hope. So could Brooke sleep with another one of her daughter's men? Brooke has been behaving for a while, so let's talk about this possibility. B&B spoilers reveal that everyone raved about the success of Brooke's bedroom. This includes Carter, who gushed about the photo shoots, and everyone else. Carter really seemed to be excited about Brooke's bedroom success. Carter clearly can't make any moves on Brooke. However, Carter soon went to Hope and said he fantasized about her in lingerie. It seemed to come out of nowhere. Carter also pushed Hope to use Brooke's bedroom as inspiration for HFTF. Carter basically wanted Hope for the future to dive into lingerie. Hope is following Carter's suggestion, but made it clear she would not be modeling any of it. At least, not for the world. Over with Brooke, she has been defending her relationship with Ridge Forrester, Thorsten Kaye, to Bill Spencer, Don Diamond. Bill questioned why Ridge and Brooke hadn't married yet. Brooke defended Ridge, but he seems emotionally distant lately. Ridge seems to be reconnecting with Taylor Hayes, Rebecca Budig, but the emotional distance with Brooke is painfully obvious. The bold and the beautiful spoilers reveal that Hope's secret romance with Carter will come out. Steffi Forrester Finnegan, Jack Lee McSinswood, suspects something is going on between Carter and Hope. However, Hope hasn't admitted to anything yet. With Steffi finding Hope on top of Finn, HFTF could get canned. At the same time, Steffi seems to think it's Hope planting ideas in Carter's head, when it seems to be the other way around. Honestly, it seems like Carter is headed down the path that Justin Barber, Aaron D. Spears, went down with Bill not too long ago. Brooke has been on her best behavior for quite a long time. However, could Taylor and Steffi be right about the Logan family? With Ridge emotionally neglecting Brooke, could she fall into Carter's arms? Carter and Brooke recently talked about Hope. Carter promised not to ever betray Hope. Usually when those promises are made in a soap, it comes right before a major betrayal. So could Hope walk in and see Carter and Brooke in a compromising position? Hope Logan sat in the dim glow of the Forrester Mansion's grand hall, her fingers tracing the intricate embroidery on the armrest of the antique chair. The evening's tension wrapped around her like a suffocating shawl, each moment stretching longer than the last. The whispers that had floated through the fashion house, barely audible but venomous enough to stick, had brought her here. Whispers of betrayal. Whispers that seemed impossible, yet made her heart hammer in a rhythm of anxious anticipation. She glanced at her phone, its screen lighting up to reveal a missed call from Liam. His name glared at her, a reminder of his relentless need for reassurance. But tonight, her world wasn't spiraling because of Liam's usual waffling or their perpetual cycle of trust and doubt. Tonight, it was Carter Walton, the man she had trusted implicitly, trusted with family secrets, business confidences, and even, she thought, with the purest parts of his soul. The air in the room crackled as she rose, taking tentative steps toward the drawing room, where laughter and clinking glasses hinted at a more carefree world just beyond. She pushed open the door, a sudden hush slicing through the jovial sounds as her eyes locked with Brooke Logan's. The room fell silent in the presence of Hope's unvoiced questions. Brooke's gaze faltered, a flicker of guilt swimming in the depths of her familiar blue eyes. "Hope, honey, what's wrong?" Brooke's voice was a practiced melody, the kind that could mend fences or mask sins. Hope opened her mouth, searching for words that wouldn't make her throat tighten. Is Carter here? The question seemed to fracture the room. Ridge shifted uncomfortably beside Brooke, his strong jaw tightening like a guard holding back a confession. Zend and Paris, who had been lost in their own whispered conversation, stopped mid-sentence, their expressions veering from surprise to wary. No, he's not, Brooke said, too quickly. Her eyes darted to Ridge, who avoided her gaze. Then why is there this tension? Hope's voice quivered, but her resolve was made of iron now. I know something happened, and I know it involves Carter. And you, Mom, please just tell me the truth. Brooke took a deep breath, her eyes glistening as if under the strain of unshed tears. For once, she looked less like the confident matriarch, and more like a woman caught in the undertow of her own mistakes. Hope, it's complicated. It always is with you, isn't it? Hope's voice broke. The room might as well have been made of glass for how fragile the silence felt. Ridge stepped forward, hands outstretched in a peacekeeping gesture. Hope, you need to understand that whatever you've heard is true? Hope interrupted, her voice louder now. Because I heard Carter has been hiding something unforgivable. Paris's eyes flitted between Ridge and Brooke like a spectator caught in the crossfire. Hope, maybe this isn't the time, Paris said, her usually warm voice laced with caution. Hope's eyes narrowed. She wasn't just here for answers, she was here for the truth, no matter how messy it was. No, Paris, it is the time. It's always the time when betrayal is at hand. The sound of a door opening cut through the tension like a knife. Carter stepped into the room, his sharp suit almost mocking the occasion with its impeccable tailoring. His eyes, deep pools that often held quiet strength, now seemed darker, clouded with the weight of a secret finally confronting daylight. Hope, he said, his voice low and heavy. He looked at Brooke, the briefest glance, but one that screened a language of its own. Hope's breath caught in her throat. Tell me it isn't true, she whispered, stepping closer to him. Tell me that you didn't betray everyone. Carter's silence was damning. The air felt electric, charged with a storm no one was willing to weather. Brooke took a step forward, tears spilling down her cheeks now, no longer restrained by the facade of calm. It wasn't supposed to happen, Brooke said, her voice cracking. It was a mistake, one that I regret more than anything. Hope stared at her mother, each word slicing through her like a blade. You and Carter? How could you? How could either of you do this? Ridge's face had gone pale, his hands curling into fists at his sides. He had been here before, haunted by Brooke's transgressions, but this betrayal was new, and it struck deep. It's more than that, isn't it? Hope pressed on, the pieces falling into place with cruel clarity. There's something more, something you're not saying. Carter exhaled slowly, the room's tension breaking under the weight of his confession. Hope, Brooke, and I, we didn't plan this. It happened during a time when we both felt lost. I was trying to move on, and so was she. It was a lapse in judgment. Judgment? Hope spat the word out like venom. This isn't just about judgment. It's about trust, Carter. You, of all people, knew what this family has endured, and you chose to betray it. Brooke reached for Hope, but her daughter stepped back, eyes brimming with tears that refused to fall. Don't, Hope warned. I can't listen to your justifications, not this time. A bitter silence followed, broken only by the ticking of an antique clock, each second an accusation. Paris shifted uncomfortably, her heart aching for Hope, but equally disillusioned by the revelation. Zenda looked at Carter, betrayal flickering in his eyes, a mirror of Ridge's disbelief. I didn't expect forgiveness, Carter said, voice trembling now. But know this, it was never about hurting any of you. It was a moment of weakness, not a planned betrayal. Hope let out a laugh, sharp and devoid of humor. Weakness? That's what you're calling it? And what do we do now? Pretend it didn't happen, sweep it under the endless rug of Logan's scandals. Brooke finally spoke, her voice almost inaudible. No, Hope. We face it. We face whatever comes next, even if it breaks us. The room fell into silence again, the kind that echoed long after words had lost their power. And in that silence, Hope knew one thing with certainty. Life at Forrester Creations, and within her family, would never be the same again.